Welcome to Cybernet with me, Lucy Longhurst. Coming up, we grapple with a monster, check out a Tomb Raider, brush up some photos and get the exclusive story behind the new Half-Life. It's Cybernet. We begin this week's show in the company of that acrobatic adventurer Lara Croft. For her latest game, Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation on the PC, she's travelled to Egypt. However, our heroine is about to make a terrible mistake. By removing the Amulet of Horus from the tomb of the evil Set, she unwittingly releases the wrath of this ancient god. Lara now has to race against time to recapture this terrible Egyptian deity before he destroys humanity. Luckily, our athletic explorer has some new tricks to help her. She can now climb poles and swing on ropes. She also has a few new gadgets in her backpack, such as a laser sight and a pair of binoculars. The game introduces new characters too, like the evil archaeologist Werner von Croy, who started Lara on her career by training her in the art of tomb raiding as a young girl. The Last Revelation offers improved graphics, a greater emphasis on plot and more imaginative puzzles. However, some people may be disappointed that this title is a lot easier than Lara's last adventure. It also retains the terrible controls that can make these games so frustrating to play. But despite that, there's no doubt that the epic plot and atmospheric visuals combine to make this the most satisfying Tomb Raider game yet. And the fantastic Lara is just as graceful as ever. Cybernet gets groovy now as we showcase our top 10 video game dancers. Look at that baby move. Popeye's Bundle of Joy Sweet Pea bops in at number 10. At 9, in an attempt to distract us from their singing, the Spice Girls show us their moves. The funky flock from Sheep know how to disco and go straight in at number 8. Floats like a butterfly moves like Michael Jackson. Ready to Rumble's Afro Thunder shows off his fancy footwork at 7. At 6, that posing pussy Kitty N shows us all the best ways to bust a groove. With moves to bring tears to your eyes, Chop Chop Master Onion Head jams into number 5. At 4, South Park Chef shows that he's got much more to offer than his culinary techniques. He may be made of granite, but look at him go! King Goron from The Legend of Zelda rocks in at 3. At number 2, a digital David Bowie displays some very odd manoeuvres as Boz from The Nomad Soul. But at number 1, the king and queen of the ballroom, Squall and Rinoa from Final Fantasy VIII. Action on 2 wheels next as the Dreamcast gets its very first motorcycle game, Suzuki Alster Extreme Racing. With 12 tracks and 6 different motorbikes to ride, you're given the chance to compete in an increasingly difficult motorcycle championship. The aim of the game is to become good enough to race for the legendary Suzuki Alster team. After all the realistic motorcycle games that we've seen recently, this one seems a strangely old-fashioned affair. Instead of driving around real racetracks, you get the chance to cruise by some unlikely locations, such as through a canyon or along the beach. The analog steering initially feels very twitchy, but once you get used to this, you'll find the handling to be very responsive. The way that the bikes collide with objects can also be extremely unconvincing, but after playing the game for a while, we love the exhilarating feeling of speed. Suzuki Alster Extreme Racing is a simple game, but its sheer pace makes it a lot of fun. If you prefer more sedentary sports, then maybe golf is the game for you. If that's the case, then you might be excited by PGA European Tour Golf on the PlayStation. This game hopes to recreate the action of a real PGA European Tour by featuring all the official courses and many of the world's top players. You have the option of playing a quick game or a full championship, and the title creates a good golfing atmosphere thanks to some excellent commentary.
I don't think he could have hit that ball any better. He must have had his carrot juice this morning.
Unfortunately, the game suffers from some terrible jerky graphics and an unfriendly control system. Although it's crammed full of options such as the ability to create your own golfer or play during the night, it's unlikely to appeal to casual golf fans. But if you've always dreamed of playing a PGA European Tour, this could be your chance, as long as you can find the green.
Oh dear, in the bunker.
And now something for the creatives out there. Taking photographs is a popular pastime, and now, thanks to a new wave of high-tech digital cameras, there's never been a better time to use a PC to help you with your pictures. Here's Cybernet's basic guide to perfect pics. Firstly, forget about using conventional photo film. On most digital cameras, you can view the picture straight after it's taken, and then decide whether to keep it or not. With many cameras, your images are stored on a smart card. You can then insert this card into a floppy disk and, with the help of a basic program, transfer your work to a computer. Another option is to scan the card by simply plugging the camera straight into your PC. Now that you've got your images on screen, you'll need one of the many packages around to apply those finishing touches. If you have a special picture that you haven't captured digitally, then this software also lets you use a scanner. With most software, simple step-by-step instructions take you through all the tools you'll need to touch up your photos. Amongst other things, you can brighten up or enhance any unclear snapshots and also remove any scratches or blemishes. Apart from tidying your pictures and increasing their quality, you can have fun with the special effects. Now, what Dungeon Keeper character does he remind you of? Some packages even allow you to design collages and blend images together. The software provides the basic outline, and all you have to do is simply drag your picture into the frame. Everything from greeting cards, calendars, magazine covers, and fun forms of identification can be created with the right package. With cameras now producing such high-quality images and software offering you the chance to make the perfect photo, you'll be creating great pictures in no time. Pay attention now, the tactics are back. When Pong arrived in arcades over 20 years ago, no one could have guessed how popular video games would become. This classic title was recently updated on the PlayStation and given a new lease of life with 3D graphics and tons of crazy obstacles. But if you're having trouble with the modern version, we've got some cheats to unlock all of the levels. Press Start on the zone selection screen, then press L1, R1, L1 and R1, and then resume playing the game. This code will allow you to access any level, including the 3 classic black and white Pong versions. So forget your Laras and Pikachus and wallow in pure computer nostalgia.